Hey there, fellow Americans. If you've been struggling to make ends meet on your Social Security benefits, I've got some incredible news that's going to change your life. The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. Bernie Sanders has successfully pushed through a groundbreaking proposal that could put thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. Before we dive into these exciting details, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to stay updated on all the latest Social Security news and benefits information that could impact your financial future. In a historic move that's sending shockwaves through Washington, Senator Bernie Sanders has secured approval for a massive Social Security reform package that includes a one-time payment of $4,000 and a monthly increase of $1,600 for SSI, SSDI, and VA benefit recipients. But what does this mean for you, and how soon can you expect to see this money? Let's break down everything you need to know about this game-changing development. The most pressing question on everyone's mind is, when will these payments start? According to the latest information from the Social Security Administration, the implementation process is being fast-tracked to provide relief as quickly as possible. The one-time payment of $4,000 is scheduled to begin rolling out within the next 60 days, with recipients receiving direct deposits or checks based on their current payment preferences. But here's what's even more exciting: the monthly $1,600 increase will be permanent, providing long-term financial stability for millions of Americans. You might be wondering why this massive increase is happening now. The truth is, this reform comes as a response to the devastating impact of inflation on fixed-income beneficiaries. With the cost of everything from groceries to healthcare skyrocketing, many seniors and disabled Americans have been forced to make impossible choices between basic necessities. Bernie Sanders and his allies in Congress have been fighting tirelessly to address this crisis, and their persistence has finally paid off. Let's talk about eligibility. Who exactly qualifies for these increased benefits? The good news is that this package covers a broad range of beneficiaries. If you're currently receiving SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, you're automatically eligible for both the one-time payment and the monthly increase. But what about those who are about to apply for benefits? Don't worry, new applicants who are approved will also be eligible for these increased payment amounts, ensuring that future beneficiaries aren't left behind. The impact of this reform cannot be overstated. For many recipients, this means no more choosing between medication and food, no more skipping meals to pay utilities, and no more lying awake at night worrying about making rent. But what's the catch? Surprisingly, there isn't one. This increase is being funded through a combination of corporate tax reform and closing loopholes that have allowed the wealthiest Americans to avoid paying their fair share into the Social Security system. Here's something crucial you need to know. While these increases are automatic for eligible recipients, there are still some steps you might need to take to ensure you receive your payments promptly. The Social Security Administration strongly recommends that all beneficiaries verify their current contact information and direct deposit details through their My Social Security account. Have you checked yours recently? Taking a few minutes to do this now could save you weeks of delays later. But what about the long-term sustainability of these increases? This is where the reform package gets even more impressive. Bernie Sanders and his team have built in safeguards to ensure these benefits will keep pace with inflation in the future. The legislation includes an enhanced cost of living adjustment, COLA, formula that better reflects the actual expenses faced by seniors and disabled Americans, particularly in areas like healthcare and housing. The response from beneficiaries has been overwhelming. Mary Johnson, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, shared her story. "This increase means I can finally get the dental work I've been putting off for years. I can't remember the last time I felt this hopeful about my future." Stories like Mary's are pouring in from across the country, highlighting the real-world impact of these reforms. Let's address another common question. Will these increases affect other benefits you might be receiving, such as Medicare or food assistance? The legislation has been carefully crafted to ensure that recipients won't lose other essential benefits due to the increased Social Security payments. In fact, many beneficiaries will find themselves eligible for enhanced assistance across multiple programs. The timing of this reform couldn't be more crucial. With economic uncertainties looming and inflation concerns persisting, this package provides a vital safety net for millions of Americans. But how will this affect the overall Social Security system? According to economic analysts, these reforms actually strengthen the long-term viability of Social Security by implementing more efficient funding mechanisms and reducing administrative waste. One aspect that's particularly noteworthy is the special attention given to disabled veterans. The VA benefit increases are designed to acknowledge the unique challenges faced by those who have served our country. Have you or a loved one served in the military? These increases could make a significant difference in your quality of life. The implementation process is being streamlined to minimize confusion and delays. The Social Security Administration is setting up dedicated hotlines and online resources to answer questions and assist beneficiaries with any concerns. Remember to keep an eye on your mail and email for official communications about these changes. Have you signed up for electronic notifications from the SSA? This could help you stay informed about important updates. Another significant aspect of this reform is its impact on caregivers. Many SSI and SSDI recipients rely on family members or professional caregivers for support. The increased benefits will allow for better care arrangements and potentially provide some financial relief to family caregivers who have had to reduce their work hours to provide care. But what about the application process for new beneficiaries? While the basic eligibility criteria remain the same, the increased benefit amounts mean that applying for Social Security disability benefits could be more worthwhile for those who have been on the fence about applying. Have you been considering applying for benefits? Now might be the perfect time to start the process. The reform also includes provisions for expedited processing of claims and appeals. This means reduced wait times for decisions and faster access to benefits for those who qualify. The SSA is hiring additional staff and implementing new technology to handle the anticipated increase in applications while maintaining efficiency. Looking ahead, what does this mean for the future of Social Security? This reform sets a new precedent for how we support our elderly and disabled citizens. It demonstrates a commitment to ensuring dignity and financial security for all Americans, regardless of their circumstances. Could this be the beginning of even more positive changes to our social safety net? One of the most encouraging aspects of this reform is its bipartisan support. While Bernie Sanders led the charge, legislators from both parties recognized the urgent need to address the financial challenges faced by Social Security beneficiaries. This cooperation could pave the way for future reforms and improvements to the system. For those wondering about the tax implications, here's some good news. The one-time payment of $4,000 will not be counted as taxable income for most recipients. Additionally, the monthly increase has been structured to minimize any potential negative impact on tax obligations. Have you considered speaking with a tax professional about how these changes might affect your specific situation? The reform also includes enhanced protections against fraud and abuse. The SSA is implementing new security measures to ensure that these increased benefits reach their intended recipients while preventing unauthorized access and identity theft. It's more important than ever to stay vigilant and protect your personal information. Community organizations and advocacy groups are gearing up to help beneficiaries understand and navigate these changes. Local Social Security offices are expanding their hours and services to accommodate increased inquiries and assistance needs. Have you considered reaching out to local organizations for guidance on maximizing your benefits? As we wrap up this exciting news, remember that staying informed is crucial. These changes represent a significant improvement in the lives of millions of Americans, but understanding your rights and responsibilities is key to making the most of these increased benefits. Do you have questions about how these changes will affect you specifically? Don't forget to like this video and share it with anyone who might benefit from this information. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to stay updated on all the latest developments in Social Security benefits and reform. Your financial future might depend on staying informed about these important changes. Remember, this is just the beginning of a new era in Social Security benefits. As more details emerge and implementation begins, we'll be here to keep you informed every step of the way. Have you thought about how you'll use your increased benefits to improve your quality of life? Share your plans in the comments below, and let's celebrate this historic victory for Social Security recipients across America. Stay tuned for more updates, and remember to check your My Social Security account regularly for official notifications about these exciting changes. Together, we're entering a new chapter in American Social Security, one that finally recognizes and addresses the real needs of our most vulnerable citizens.